Today we're going to take notes on Envisions, Chapter 8, Lesson 2. Let me get rid of that. Order of operations. So it's a lot of notes, boys and girls. The first thing we're going to do is define what order of operations means. It is the correct sequence in which operations are done in calculations. We've talked about this before, so it should sound relatively familiar. There are different properties that we're going to review from the beginning of the year. The first one is the associative property. Addends or factors, that means if it's addends we're adding, or factors means we're multiplying. Addends or factors can be grouped and the same sum and sum of products remains the same. For example, if we had 1 plus 3 plus 5 grouped together, or 1 plus 3 grouped together plus 5, we would get the same answer in the end. Okay. The second operation is commutative property. We talk about this one a lot throughout the year. The order of addends and factors can be changed and the sum or products remain the same. So it does not matter if you're adding 3 plus 5 or 5 plus 3, you still get 8, or 3 times 5 or 5 times 3, you still get 15. It doesn't matter if you reverse the order of those numbers. So in order to utilize the order of operations, there's a fun little thing called PEMDAS, which tells us exactly in which order to do our math problems, and the way to remember it is please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So the first letter in each word relates back to PEMDAS, the order of the operations. More correctly, it looks like this: P, E, and then either M or D, and then either A or S. So what does that mean? Well, you would do either multiplication or division. So you do parentheses, exponents, and then either multiplication or division, and then either addition or subtraction. They're both equally important, so whichever one happened to be first, you would do first. Okay, so now what do all those letters mean? Let's do a few at a time. So parentheses, first we would do all the operations inside the parentheses. So it didn't matter what operation, as long as it came inside parentheses, that's the very first thing you do first. Exponents, if a number is raised to a power, do those next. For example, if it said 5 to the third, that means 5 times 5 times 5 equals 125. Then you do either the multiplication or the division. Multiply or divide the numbers on either side of the signs in the order they appear from left to right. And then addition, subtraction. So you add or subtract the numbers on either side of the signs in the order they appear from left to right. And I think this is probably one of the most important notes. The order really does matter. If you don't follow these specifically, then you'll end up with the incorrect answer. Let's try an example. If we had 2 to the third, I apologize, boys and girls, divided by 2 plus 3 times 6 minus 1 times 5 in the parentheses. We want to follow order of operations in order to solve this problem. So the first thing we have to do is whatever is in the parentheses. So we start with the 1 times 5. And what I do is I bring everything down and I keep making it so it's almost like a big taco chip. It's going to start wide at the top and come way down to the bottom till we have our answer. So first is 1 times 5, and that is 5. Then I go ahead and I'm going to copy everything else over. 2 to the third divided by 2 plus 3 times 6. Okay, minus 5. Next, I'm going to evaluate any terms with exponents. So the one I see is 2 to the third power. I want to think about what 2 to the third power means. It does not mean 2 times 3. It means 2 times 2 times 2. And 2 to the third power equals 8. that I would bring everything down. Okay. Next, I have to do any multiplication or division in order from left to right. So the first division I see is 8 divided by 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Plus 3 times 6, which is 18 minus 5. Fourth step is add and subtract in order from left to right. First, I see addition, 4 plus 18. 4 plus 18 is 22 minus 5. 22 minus 5 is 17. And that's my final answer. Notice the taco chip. Okay, looks like a big taco chip. Let's try another example. So 20 minus 2 times 6 plus 8 divided by 4. First step is parentheses. So I see parentheses. I'm going to bring this down. 20 minus 2 times 6, which is 12, plus 8 divided by 4. Next is exponents, and I don't see exponents in this problem. Okay, fine. So now I have to solve any multiplication or division in order from left to right. I only have division in the problem. So 20 minus 2 plus, I can bring all that down, minus 12 plus 8 divided by 4 is 2. Lastly, I have to add and subtract in order from left to right. 20 minus 12 is 8, plus 2 is 10. Taco chip. Circle my answer. Okay, for homework, can you please try 24 divided by, and minus, my goodness gracious, boys and girls, I'm sorry, 24 minus 8 divided by 2 plus 6. Thank you.